Hello and welcome to the Cove with some more demo time. We're here with new demo today called Lost in the Open. So this is a little bit of a strategy game from my understanding. So yeah, it looks fairly good. I've had a run or two, some going better than others, but we're here today to have a bit of a look. So we're going to go ahead and open a new game. Basically we are going to be, leaving this place and heading on out into the wilderness. So with all of that preamble, let's go ahead and jump on into the game. Alright, so difficulty-wise, we're only going to go for a merciful playthrough, which is also just more or less easy. I'm sure this game can get particularly difficult, so we're going to go ahead and run with that for today's demo time. Earlier this day, you were lured into the beloved city of Stratha under the guise of a diplomatic meeting. As dusk settled, a Strathian assassin pounced at you during a feast. The slender assailant, disguised as a servant, lunged his dagger towards your chest. Seated at the high table in Stratha's castle halls, you were caught with your guard down. The blade slid between your ribs and would have pierced your heart had you not recoiled in time. Instead, you were left with a deep, bleeding wound in your side. Alright, so we've lost 40% of our health and we have a mortal wound. You survive the attempt on your life for now, but this wound promises to claim you in time. Your elite bodyguards reacted immediately, cutting down the assassin. They pulled you out of your seat and carried you out of the court halls as chaos began to break. Most of your men were surrounded and eventually killed, but their resistance bought time. Those carrying you were thus able to carve a path through Stratha Castle to the ground floor in search of an escape. Miraculously, your two surviving bodyguards, Maske and Volkva, discovered a hidden exit. It leads you directly into Temko, the Fallen Forest. That is where you find yourself now. So we've now got two bodyguards who have joined our company. Both were injured in the fighting and have lost some health. You are left with one option: return to your home. The king of Rudome, traversing the perilous no man's land that separates it from Stratha. Your prospects of survival appear grim. Your wound will worsen rapidly. Despite the odds, Volkva and Maske remain steadfast in their promise to defend you until the end. Alright, so as we've escaped, we've got 54 gold, 22 materials, 6 medical supplies, and some provisions. Alright, so we are in the outskirts. Warning, you have suffered a grievous wound that has left you weak and vulnerable. Battling in this state is likely to prove fatal. Stay vigilant. You may find hope in those whose own interest requires you alive. Alright. So this is the map. This is obviously where everything went down, and these little red hexes are going to be chasing us as they are still looking to see us dead. So what we're going to do is we're going to be heading up to the north, I believe. I'm not entirely sure which direction we're going for, but long story short, we're trying to reach different borders. So, our company. First of all, you can see our health as the king. We have 77 of 128 hit points and 0 armor at this stage. That said though, between fights our armor does come back, so it is it's not the be all and end all. We can repair it in between battles, and when we take fights, our armor is the first thing to go. We've also got two people in our company. We have Volkva. Let's see, what has he got here? He has a slicey-dicey weapon with a Rudomian sword. Alright, so that does some damage. As you can see, his health, his stamina, movement speed, and initiative, armor, and all of those sorts of things. Accuracy rating is quite important because, again, it's a turn-based strategy, and it does have, accuracy penalties and modifiers and whatnot. So, yeah, you can miss your shots. He's also equipped with a shield, it seems, as well as some skills here for a technical strike. So that is very good to know, and we'll use that in time. As for our other fellow, Masker, he has a good old mace. Nothing bad there, some solid damage. His accuracy is also quite decent. Maximum health is at 98. Similar move speed, initiative, and armor rating. Not too bad. We do have some basic dodge here, so that is potentially helpful to help avoid incoming damage, but we'll see how it goes. He also seems to have a shield, as well as the ability to taunt someone, so if they don't attack him, they get some accuracy debuffs. As for ourselves, we have our King's Greatsword, very useful. We have a skill that does a lot of good damage, and we also have a heroic strike. If we manage to kill someone with this strike, we can demoralize and yeah, make them a little their other allies a little bit worse off. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to head and you know what? We have a trader that's right as we're exiting town. Maybe we go ahead and see if we can pick up something good on the way out of here. Alright, you see a lone manned stall in the distance. A cloaked figure stands speaking with the merchant. You approach. The merchant greets you amiably, and the cloaked figure, smiling, asks you if you are interested in the military secrets of the other reaches of this world. Ooh, okay, you know what? Military secrets could be useful. Let's go ahead and trade and see what is available. So, it looks like this fellow has a decent wares to trade. We see a reckless necklace, extra damage, but we lose dodge and protection. So, you know, depends, may or may not be good, depending on what we want. There's also some discounted wares here, so it looks like there's some bandages to help regain some health. There is an amulet of vitality for extra maximum health, and whenever you take health damage, recover 1 health per turn for 2 turns. Stacks up to 5 times and refreshes its duration on each hit. Well, that could be theoretically handy, especially if we have high armor and low health. We could potentially take a small chunk of damage and almost regain it back. And then we have Hope's Guard necklace for 30% maximum health. Decisions. We've also got some rope and a skeleton key. I'm not sure if they're going to be useful, but I think we're going to go ahead and pick them up. I don't know when we need them, but I'd rather have them than not. We'll also pick up some bandages, and before we spend any more money, let's have a look at the syndicate over here. So, the hooded broker says, a discerning customer. Welcome. So, what are these? We currently have 1 leadership point, and so we can pick up some tactics, and I believe this is where they're available. So we can go ahead, and the armor rating of all allied units is increased by 1, and then I believe as we can spend some leadership points, we can boost those up even further and further. But as you can see, quite expensive. There's also camaraderie. When an allied unit falls below 40% health or is defeated, allies within 3 tiles of the unit benefit a 1 initiative increase and 15% bonus to damage. Advanced tactics, all allies are granted 2% increase in their experience rating for each faction in Nevresk's company. And then a focused volley. When an allied unit's turn, their ranged attacks make their target unit more vulnerable, granting 6% damage to bonus. And yeah, so that's not bad. There's also some insights here which we can collect. It looks like the initiative of all allied units is increased by 2, but that would cost us 40. Now we are a little bit short on that, but is that something that we might wish to purchase? Well, you know what? We've actually got a fair bit of food right now. We've got 56 of these. We consume 1 every time we move through a tile. I'm not super concerned about that, so let's maybe sell off a little bit of our food, and we'll see if we could maybe pick up that early initiative. That could be quite handy. Yeah, that could be very handy indeed. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will purchase that. So we've now got that modifier for the rest of our run. We still have 50 food. That should be good. Yeah, we'll sell just a couple more so we have at least, what, 10 gold, just so we're not completely broke. And I think that will run well enough. Do we want anything else? I don't think we do. It's possible that we could boost up some of these things, but don't know if that's really what we're looking for right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and close that. We do have medical supplies. These are used to speed up recovery and treat injuries, preventing them from becoming marred, developing into permanent injuries. They're expensive and hard to find, but as you can see, we're now up to 87 health, whereas I think we're at 77 the turn before. But either way, let's go ahead and continue on moving, and we'll see what we can find. Looks like everything's a bit unknown, so let's just go ahead and, I don't know, we'll shuffle off over here. You cross paths with a Strathian patrol travelling back to the city. They greet you cordially and offer you a portion of their supplies, surprised to see you venturing through Temcow. So we gain some free provisions. A sudden suspicion dawns on them, however, they suggest escorting you back to Stratha, knowing the route home can be dangerous. You sense their suggestion is a test and the growing tension in the air. Ooh. Alright, so explain that we are overseeing a mining operation because we have rope. Oh, and could also have a pickaxe. Or we could refuse their help without elaboration. You know what? Let's go ahead and try and talk our way out of this. Unconvinced, they press you further, asking how you expect to manage traversing Mardo's treacherous terrain. Alright, well, we still have rope, which is, I guess, helpful. Maybe this would be more probable, assuming we have both. But I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can double down. You see suspicion still lingers in the Strathians, but hesitantly they let you go and wish you monstrous luck through the mountains. Okay, I'm guessing that's some kind of deity or whatnot. Gain some more provisions. That'll do. Alright, so it looks like we have a recruitment event and then another trader or something else. I think what we go for is, let's maybe see about recruiting a new ally. That could be rather handy. Let's head over here. Again, we do want to make some movement away from this. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so you find a large encampment, the tents organized and uniform in color and design. Clover green with the emblem of the now defunct Polynomian League sewn into the canvas. A camp of freelancers from the northern kingdoms. You enter the camp, greeted by the sounds of combat training in a foreign tongue. It seems you were not the first of the camp's visitors. A Polynomian speaks casually with a smith, a travelling forge set beside him. Alright, let's go ahead and trade with the men and see if we can do anything here. So we do have an extra tab here where we can recruit an extra fellow to our side. Unfortunately, we've only got room for one in our party, and it doesn't look like we can currently afford any. We need at least 38, and there's no way to trade, which is very, very unfortunate. Alright, so what do we do? Let's have a quick check of some of our passives, because I've just seen this here and I don't remember this in previous playthroughs. So apparently we have the passive trait of Vital. Good health. At the start of each combat, restore 5 health. Okay, so that is helping boost our health, which is phenomenally handy. We are alert, so we've got high initiative. Everybody has attack of opportunity, so we can attack anyone in melee range if they go to move. And we also have the mortal wound, which is affecting our stamina, our damage, and our initiative. Yeah, definitely want to get that sorted sooner than later. Alright, as for our friends, let's see. We've got the better initiative, shield training, so yep, enables the use of block. And we're also vicious, so extra critical chance, and vicious. Every critical hit grants 1 critical rating lasting until the end of combat. Huh. So I guess that continues to boost up and make us even more dangerous as the fights run along. And as for you, nothing too fancy either. Alright, so what have we got here? We have some upgrades we can go ahead and deal with. Let's see. We cannot upgrade our cloak nor our sword. We need some more materials, which we do not have. We can pick between everybody as well. We also have some other outfit attachments if we so desire. We can go ahead and boost up our block rating. We could potentially add on some bracing, shield reinforcement. Ooh, increases critical resistance by 10 against attacks made within your zone of control, which is your melee. And then chainmail for extra protection and critical resistance. Yeah, there's all sorts of fun things we can do. We could also boost our initiative and dodge. Alright, so I think what we'll do here is we're going to try and armor up these two fellows because our king, well, I think that's probably the best thing for us to work on. So let's see, armor rating of 4, armor rating of 4, damage is 11, damage is 10. But this guy here's got some pretty solid bonuses. So I think we'll go over here and we'll throw on one of these first. Let's maybe go about... Let's see, initiative is 8. That's fairly quick. Actually, we're both on 8. Alright, so we don't really need too much more initiative. I think 8 is pretty solid for now. Let's maybe go with some bonus damage and blocking. Yeah, counterbalance. Once per round, when blocking an attack, immediately perform a retaliatory strike against the attacker. That sounds very helpful. Let's go ahead and throw that onto his armor. So we can go ahead and pay for that. That's given us a nice little counterweight there. Then, let's see, money is short, so let's go ahead and purchase something over here. Oh, and turns out we only have so many things we can afford. Yeah, this guy, once he's used them, he has used them. Oh, and I didn't look at our attack, weapon attachments. We can go ahead and boost up of our critical rating. Let's see, 50% chance. We've also got some serrated blades and more serrated edges. Okay, well, I think for now, let's go ahead and... You know, let's maybe see about... I'm very tempted to go for some armor, though. Better armor is always a good thing to have. You know what? This guy doesn't have his shield up and or anything like that, so he's just got an ability for it. He just doesn't have a shield. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and let's see, shield reinforcement. Let's just go with the critical resistance and protection rating. There we go. We'll boost that on, and that is all of our money. Let's keep on moving, and we'll see what we can find. Let's go. We can't get to that safe event. Maybe we can head over to the trader first, because if we have a look further back, we can see where they've looked for us. They're scouting out over here, so obviously standing there would be a bad thing. Yeah, let's see if we can find that safe event. We'll make our way across. Panting heavily, your vision blurred, your wound threatens to take you as you stumble through the fallen forest of Temkau. The trees envelop you and your companions in the darkness and silence. Emerging from behind the thick, gnarled trunks of a pair of trees, 2 cloaked figures block your path in a slow and deliberate fashion. They observe you with calm authority. They invite you, and you alone, to approach. You hear a whisper, faint and clear, accept doom or seek repentance. This is the start of a repentance questline. Declining this questline begins impossible mode. Okay, and this is a work in progress. Okay, so this could be a little bit dangerous. But for now, you have no choice but to accept the stranger's invitation. They blindfold you, leading you deeper into the forest. You hear a ritual begin around you. Your mortal wound is healed. A sliver of mercy has been afforded to you. Do not waste it. Face the dangers of Temcal and return to your home in Rudome. Alright, well that's a good sign. We're happy about that. Let's see, what have we got here? You hear the clang of steel, and upon investigation you do not find a battle, but a small smithy nestled amongst trees. The blacksmith working the forge motions you over. His eyes widen in recognition. The man kneels at your feet, introducing himself as a Rudomian smith. He gifts you a small bundle of supplies and eagerly invites you to browse his wares. Ooh, so we've now got a badge and some forge gloves. Let's go ahead and see. What do we have? So I guess there are some trinkets available, some, yeah, some discounted wares. More accuracy for less health, extra stamina, and extra damage, but less dodge and protection. Alright, and as a blacksmith, he also still has more things for us. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're really going to upgrade too much here. I'm thinking maybe... we could go ahead and attach that keen edge. That could be useful. Arrows are not going to help us here. Poison-tipped dagger. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to really... anything too crazy. No, we need... Yeah, this is all for archery, and we don't have an archer in our party. Though I am curious about this extra critical. I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and see if we can afford it over here. We just need to get a little bit more money. So let's see, we could sell some food for some more money or sell some herbs. I think we're going to try and keep our medicine for now. These things are expensive, but we've got plenty of food. In fact, we're going to sell all the way back down to 50 in supply, and then we might be able to buy a few good things. So you here with all the extra critical and whatnot, you cannot take the weapon upgrade. Okay, it looks like it's only you, my fellow. Let's go ahead and give that... Oh, wait a second. Maybe we give that to the king. Yeah, extra critical. Yeah, you know what? That should be a really good thing. We do have some very nice damage output, so that could be very useful. Oh, and we also have secondary stats as well. Let's see. Armor efficiency, experience rating, critical damage as well. Okay, so just some basic things. Block and parry as well, but again, that is what it is for now. Let's see. With the king, let's go ahead and boost up armor rating. I think that's probably the way to go. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up these iron tassets, increase our protection rating, and yeah, attacks from our half flank, which we will get to in time, but we just haven't had the opportunity to get ourselves into battle. Alright, so that should be fine. And then, you know what, do we want to go ahead and pick up one of these? You know what, maybe we go ahead and... Oh, what's this? The pacifist amulet. Less damage, more stamina? No, not for us. Let's go ahead and pick up some bandages just to be on the safe side. And then maybe... Oh, you know what, a pickaxe. That could have been handy. And we'll go with... You know, we'll just run with what we've got. That'll be fine. We're going to leave all of these things here. I don't really want to hurt our health for accuracy. One stamina doesn't seem too phenomenal right now. And neither does that. So, we're going to keep on moving and take our first battle. We're in good health right here. So, we're going to go ahead and see what we can do. A thicket momentarily slows your progress, giving a forward Strathian patrol the chance to spot you. They charge. Alright, let's prepare for battle. Okay, so this is what combat looks like, the thing that we have been avoiding for the last little bit. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do. So let's have a look. We've got a couple of fellows here with some bucklers and hatchets, and then they have an arbalist there with a crossbow. Not very good for us. He's well, he can hurt us at range, which is always a bit of a shame. Alright, so let's have a quick look at some of his perks. He's got melee averse, so he's not very good if enemies are close by. He's a skirmisher, so he can deal more damage within one tile of your opponent. Decreasing by 1 per distance. Okay, so he may not like us being close, but he can hurt us more. And he gets some extra healing. As for these guys, let's see. Their move is fairly quick. The dodge isn't phenomenal. Block is solid. And it looks like they are partially blind. As well as... oh, hang on a second. Chop through. Every hit applies vulnerable, reducing protection rating by 5. Lasts for 2 turns and stacks up to 25. That is concerning. Alright, well at least this guy's a little lazy and has less stamina and things. Alright, so this is basically our combat. Initiative order is up at the top here. You can see it highlights as you hover over. So as you will see on our king, there is a grey side on 3 of the faces. That is where we have the most damage protection. Our side flanking is, I guess, the anything to our 90 degrees. We will still take some damage, but not as bad as it could be. We do have some protection, just not as much. And then the red section behind us, well, that means we're quite open. We can take a lot of damage, and accuracy against us is improved. So either way, let's go ahead and prepare to fight these guys. They look like they've got some solid armor and health. I think what we'll try and do is... do we reckon we can get up there and maybe get close to that fellow? I think we will. So we're going to go ahead and run, and we're going to pick our facing. We're going to want to make sure that we're facing head on to where the damage is coming, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so let's end that turn there. Let's bring this guy up over here. We'll protect on... oh, wait a second. Where is the other fellow? 1, 2... oh, I guess there's a little bit of fog of war. We've lost vision of the third. Okay, we'll go ahead and move... let's go ahead and move over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and we can see him again. Alright, that will be good. We can change our facing if we need. We can pick any direction that we want. But right now, I think that will do. And then our final turn. Yeah, we're not getting into melee here. Let's just go... let's just go here and prepare. Alright, so that'll be our turn. Let's see what these guys do. Looks like they have an ability to sprint, and they're moving on up. Ooh, that's not good. He's definitely trying to get behind our king, which is a very bad plan for us. We're going to need to deal with that. If we do go ahead and try and run away... oh wait, maybe he doesn't have an attack of opportunity. Hang on a second, let's just quickly double check. Oh no, he definitely does have it. When they move through your zone of control, or when they use ranged ability within your zone of control, you can capitalize and take a swing. Alright, so we need to make sure that we deal with these guys as fast as possible. Let's select our slash, which does 130% damage, 3 to 19, and 8 stamina. I think that is what we'll go for right now. Let's go ahead and swing, and it looks like a miss. We'll try again, doing 33 damage. Okay, very nice. We've cut through all of his armor. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and quickly turn a fraction. So as you can see, our those grey lines are meeting up. So we will be fully protected from this guy, and we're protecting from damage coming in on this direction. We're not going to move, we're just going to stand where we are for now. Alright, looks like our fellow over here, if we step over here, yeah, we can see that he'll get that attack of opportunity. Oh, okay, you know what, maybe the attack of opportunity is the front. Either way, it makes no difference. Let's see, what have we got? We can bash here for 8 to 12. I think that's not the worst. Let's go ahead and try that out. So that's that. We still have, let's see, another 6. Sure, we'll go ahead and that'll leave us with 8. Now, we still have enough stamina left that we can either go ahead and provoke. So if we think he's going to live, we can try and provoke him so he attacks us instead of our king. So we can provoke a target unit. They suffer from 30% accuracy rating reduction when attacking any other unit other than the unit that provoked them. This effect lasts for 2 turns or ends if the provoked unit is more than 1 tile away from the user. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and provoke him just so we can try and protect our king. And we'll see how that goes. And you know what? Let's also just change our facing ever so slightly. So if he shoots, he shouldn't do more damage than necessary. Especially since we are inviting the damage. Alright, so what have we got here? Technical strike. Oh, actually, what do we want? Enfeebled reduces damage dealt by 30%. That could be good. Yeah, alright, so that'll cost us 10 stamina to use. It's going to cost us 6 to move up, but I guess that's going to have to be what it is. I guess technically we do have 14 stamina, so we could either go with this and make one strike here, or maybe we could make 2 slicing attacks for 9 to 13, but again, he's definitely going to be alive, so you know what? Let's go with a technical strike and see if we can protect our fellow who's protecting our king. Alright, looks like we landed that damage very nicely. So as you can see, he now has the effects. He's shattered, so he has no armor. He's enfeebled, so less damage. Yeah. And then he's also provoked. So that will do. Let's end our turn there and see what the enemies do. Alright. Trying to apply some vulnerable against him, but he's got armor, so that's good to see. Yeah, apparently we're doing okay. Alright, so he's down to 49 health. Let's see what we can do. We're not going to be able to kill him directly, I think, this turn, so let's go ahead and just take a quick swing here and see what we can do. He dodged that. Oh dear, he's got to dodge this next one too, isn't he? Yep. That seems about right. Alright, so then do we think we can do 50 points of damage between these two? I think we can, so we're going to quickly go ahead and turn back around. And we're going to stand there, and then we'll end our turn. We don't want to move because, again, that invites an opportunity attack. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We can use some shield, try to boost up our protection, but I don't think we will. We're going to go ham here. We're going to see if we can mace this guy and take him down. We'll also go ahead and turn back in this direction, just in case they take one of these positions. Let's end that turn there. As for our other fellow, he has 17 health left. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish him off. Accuracy is at 90%. And he is down. Okay, that is excellent news. Let's go ahead and... where do we go? Do we try and shuffle on up? I think we do. That will give him that malice. We know that he is melee averse, so if an enemy is adjacent to you, they will perform an attack of opportunity when you reload or shoot with a crossbow. So that is phenomenal for us. Let's go ahead and move on up and see about that. Alright, let's end our turn and we'll see how they go. Alright, looks like he's reloading and can't do too much there. We absorbed that. Apparently he did get some bleeding effect on us, which is not good. Receive 7 damage at the start of the next turn for the next 2 turns. That is less than desirable. But either way, let's go ahead and start swinging our sword. We need to make sure that we take these guys on. Let's swivel all the way up there, just in case he shuffles across to try and get our side flank. Alright, let's bring our friendly up. Let's move. Yeah, here we go. We can attack him from the side there. I think that would work well. Oops, sorry. Either that, or we could move over here to attack him from behind. That would be with a bash attack. Well, we can't provoke, so we're going to only be able to make one attack no matter where we go, so we may as well do the most with it. Let's go ahead and get behind him and do what damage we can. As you can see, we've got an extra 100% damage to boost up, which is very nice to the damage. And oh, sorry, that's 100% of our attack power, sorry, and then 95% on accuracy. So that will work well. Let's go ahead and end your turn there. And then you, let's see, that take us down to 14, 16. It's not going to change how many attacks we can make. So let's attack this guy from the side. Again, side flank is much better than into the full armor. So we'll do what we can. And as you can see, yes, significantly better damage. So we'll take what we can get. Alright, well, the arbalist is down to no more armor. Our king is dodging well. We still have our protection, although we are taking some poison damage. It will be okay. Let's go ahead and see about attacking him. And you know what? Might even be able to go ahead and 12. Okay, theoretically, okay, so as you can see, when we change between our different attacks, it does update. Our accuracy is pretty good there, but only, what is this, 17 or 18 hit points would be enough for the kill. The other ones are more of a guarantee. I think we just go for the guaranteed action economy, even though it does have slightly less accuracy. If it lands, it's guaranteed to kill, so we'll go for it. And a critical strike. Very, very nice. Alright, let's move the king over here. We'll shuffle across just so we're not in the way of our bodyguards. And we'll see what we can do. In fact, you know what? I think we'll move. Yeah, we'll move over here. We'll fight directly into their armor, but we will be able to get more attacks. And we have caused muddled. Alright, so that's very good for us. That gives him a minus 20% accuracy and less initiative on the next round, assuming he does survive that long. But we'll see if we can finish off. Yeah, we'll see if we can finish off this guy. Let's go with a... Do we raise our shield or slice? We slice. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And let's see. Oh, looks like he's run away. We got that attack of opportunity on both of them. And I think this should be a fairly simple... Oh, sorry. This should be a fairly simple kill right here. He's got 22 health. Oh, he lives, but not for long enough. Let's go ahead and jump behind him. And, yeah. There we go. A solid victory right there. So, everybody gains experience when we survive combat, which is nice. And as you can see under here, there's a little tally here. Marks a kill made by this company unit. The number represents the level of slain units with higher level enemies granting more XP. So we've all gained 24 because we all got a kill. Not that I planned it out that way, but we will be happy with that. And that takes us through to the end of combat. So, we can now get to scavenge what was left. You strip the Strathian bodies of what little supplies they carry before pressing on. We've gained more gold, more materials, some medical supplies and provisions. We'll accept that quite happily. Alright, so, well, unfortunately, I don't think we've got anything else in our stash we can really use for now, so we're going to just leave that be. We also can see our XP meter at the bottom here, 24 out of 25. I was very much hoping to be able to level up at least one of our soldiers, but I suppose not, because I'd like to get into some of those nice upgrades. Alright, so what have we got? You know what, shall we head towards the sea? Why not? I don't think that's a bad plan. Now, technically, we can double back if we desire for these things. I don't know if that's particularly good. We do have some movement speed here, so yeah, that does slow things down and allow these guys to move up. I'm not sure if there's events that can help these guys speed up or not, but I'm sure that there is. But either way, let's go ahead and no, let's double back a little bit and see what's along here. Alright, you hear a loud and heated argument through the tree line. You see the warm light of a fire. We investigate. You find yourselves on the edge of a camp. A mob led by a broad, imposing man has encircled another man. He is afraid. The leader of the mob speaks. You will pay for your poor leadership with your blood. The encircled man sees you through the crowd, and in desperation he calls out to you. Faces whirl around to meet yours. This matter doesn't concern you. Here, take this and leave. The mutineer throws a pouch of coins at your feet. Well, you know what, mutineers, I'm a bit of a fan of loyalty. Maybe we go ahead and see if we can engage them, and you never know, maybe we could be making a friend right now. So let's go ahead and engage the mutineers, and we'll take that money after they're dead. We'll deal with you later, the mutineer seething says to the encircled man. The mob, already armed, marches towards you. Okay, well, into combat we go. Good thing is, as we saw before, we do have a nice healthy boon for vitality, so we're already back up to maximum health, even though we took some poison damage in the last. Alright, so whereabouts are we looking? Well, currently there is a single man. What's his name? Garoleth. Okay. He has some shield reinforcements, so some extra resistance for attacks made within their zone of control, which is that red little highlight there. He has the scout, so extra initiative and move speed. Let's see, attack of opportunity, shield training, volatile. Oh dear, once per turn after dealing or receiving a critical hit, increase or reduce stamina by 2 at the start of the next turn. Okay, so that's a potentially good, potentially bad. And high initiative. Alright, so, alright, well I guess our king is... Oh, hang on a second. How much move speed has he got? He's got 7 move speed. That's painful. Okay, so he can probably catch up to us. I'm thinking we just stand. I reckon he can probably get close to us. He's only got melee, so if he can use up all of his action points, we can then attack him on the next turn. And potentially, if he comes up close, our allies can start flanking and causing issues. Okay. Questionable maneuver right there, but I will let it slide. Let's bring you all the way over here. We'll see if there's any more enemies further back. I will say I do like the fog of war and whatever else, and I actually quite like the aesthetic of the things. It reminds me of when I first started playing D&D. We'd have little paper cutouts of our characters. But it's done in a way that it's, you know, it's still very clear as to what we're doing, which I do appreciate. But either way, let's go ahead and I guess we'll get close. Still no signs. Alright, maybe it's just the one fellow who's going to engage. So let's move all the way up. We'll block anywhere where he can go. We'll get an attack of opportunity if he moves, but it looks like he has zoned on into the fight. Let's see. Do we just wail on him? There's only one fellow, it seems, so yeah, we're not going to be too bothered with the strategy right now. We're just going to go ahead and take the opportunity. Let's go ahead and jump behind him for some bonus damage. We can now encircle him and cause him a heap of trouble. I guess technically we could go for a technical strike. Yeah, take away some of his fancy abilities. It's got good accuracy. You know what? I think that's probably a good way to do things. He's now enfeebled, so yeah, less damage. That'll keep all of us protected. He's muddled, so he's going to have terrible accuracy and damage. Yeah. There we go. And now, no matter where he faces, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. And we might even be able to kill him, potentially. We'll see what we can do. We'll take our 2 swings. We'll go ahead and... you know what? We've got better armor than our king. Maybe we go ahead and provoke him too, just to be safe. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll provoke him, and then we'll... Oh, he parried our blow. That's annoying, but it is what it is. You there, who's behind him, let's go ahead and just make the most of this. Let's do lots of damage there. Look at that. 27 damage on that critical. Not too shabby. Alright, looks like he's focusing on him and has terrible, terrible aim. Alright, let's just continue the beatdown. Alright, his initiative has come back again because that initiative debuff was only for that one turn. We're now attacking him from his sides. He does have those shield reinforcements, so he shouldn't take as much... oh no, never mind. I thought they were the tacits for a second, but no, it's fine. Let's just continue on whittling through what remains. And is that the victory? Yes, it is. Alright, so our king has leveled up, and so have all of our bodyguards. Oh wow, he was worth 3 XP. Okay, that's really nice. Alright, sorry, well, he was worth 3 kills, I should say. The XP is written in front of us. But either way, you have slain the mutineers and their leader. You strip them of their belongings and turn to the man who was mobbed. You gain 37 gold. You have gained 3 medical supplies, 20 provisions, and our units gain 24 experience. Wow. Okay, so the man falls at your feet, thanking you for saving his life. He explains he has nothing to pay you with, but would be honoured to be a part of your company. You know what, let's go ahead and recruit the fellow. An extra person on our side never hurts, even if it's just for action economy or meat shielding. He thanks you again and scrambles to arm himself before following you out of the camp. Grant Dunhuck has joined your company. Okay, so let's have a look at our new fellow. He has, what have we got? A weapon of sword varieties. He's got some bandit leathers. What are your skills? You've got the slice, fairly simple, 100% damage. And then, what is this? Flanking strike. So only 30% of damage, so 2 to 4. Flanking, when this unit flanks the rear of a target, they deal 200%. This effect is not affected by regular flanking damage modifiers, and this ability cannot critically hit. So that's not bad at all. Only can be used once every 3 turns, but its stamina cost is only 6, so we may want to help boost up his dodge, although it's already at 15, which is not too bad. Accuracy is at 80. Okay, so let's have a look. Movement speed, he's got very high initiative. Low on armor though, we're definitely going to need to buff that up. And let's see, anything else? Nothing too crazy. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and we'll start with the upgrades. Let's go ahead and start with our king. We have a level up, so we can either pick up from one of these skills, or we can leave it till a little bit later, but the options are not going to change. So we can choose between rally, use the rally, rally the user and allied units within 3 tiles of them. Rallied units gain from 10 bonus critical rating and plus 10% damage for a turn. We have defensive order, grant an allied unit defensive posture. Defensive posture increases a unit's protection rating by 30 for 2 turns. Cooldown of 4, range of 3, stamina cost of 12. We can pick up patient. If you did not attack on your last turn, your next attack restores 75% of its stamina cost and gains 30 critical rating. Very good as we're re-maneuvering. That could be very useful. Or we could always pick up learning. So learning gives us an ability point, and on the level up you gain 2 additional ability points, and it increases experience rating by 10, lasts up till the next level. So yeah, ability points are spent on our skills for our weapon. Actually, yeah, you know, we'll go ahead and wait. So our ability points are for our skills. We can pick a path for them and their subsequent costs. So that can be very nice early on, boosting up all of these things. But let's go ahead and I think we're going to go with patient. I think this is going to work out rather nicely. And 75% of a stamina cost returning is meaning that we're going to get to take an extra swing, which is very nice. So we'll go ahead and confirm that for now. So that goes into our passives. And then we have 1 ability point. Let's see what we can do. We have... we can boost up our damage for extra stamina. So that would go an extra 50%. on our regular slash, but that will go to a cost of 9. Then we can go for more critical, and then at a third one we can ignore the target's unit ability to parry. So parry means nothing to us. Or we could go for efficiency, extra accuracy and less damage variation. On a hit, our tactical dodge to the user. Tactical dodge increases the unit's dodge rating by 7 for 1 turn. Okay. I guess that boosts our dodge. And then we can also reduce the stamina cost. As for our heroic strike, we can also go ahead and use this to rally nearby units for some extra critical and damage. Boosts up our critical chance and accuracy. And then if we get a critical hit using the ability, we reduce its cooldown. Or we can go for these sorts of things. And yeah, there is all of those. But either way, that's a lot to choose from. I think for now, we're going to go with our basic attack. And I'm even going to go ahead and pick up that stamina cost penalty. Because with the with our new patient skill, that could end up being quite nice. And that extra 50% is phenomenal. So I'll take that over here. You can see what level it is on the top left corner. As for our other fellows, we have Maske. He has the ability to pick up a knockout, 60% damage, less accuracy. On a hit, stun the target unit. Stunned units cannot move or take actions. Very expensive, but possible. We could also pick up compression blow. Starting damage is only 60% for 5 to 7. Accuracy is also decreased. On a hit, apply compressed. Compressed increases the damage taken from compression blow by 30% per stack, up to a maximum of 300. So theoretically, if we've got a few friends with this, we could really boost that up. There's also Vindictive. Gain 25% damage and 3 initiative when an ally is struck down within 5 tiles. Well, I don't plan on losing anybody, so maybe we ignore that. I'm not against compression blow, but I think maybe here we go for learning. And we just pick up some of your bonus points early, and we boost up some of your skills. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. We'll go ahead and let's see, accuracy rating for the provoke, that could be handy. Let's see, we can provoke someone for a longer time, as well as reducing the stamina. We can pick up some defensive bonuses for our shield or for our attack. I'm thinking our attack rating is pretty good, but boosting up the damage wouldn't be bad. What's this one? Armor penetration. Ooh, basic attacks deal 15% bonus damage to target with armor. That could be good. And then 30% to targets with armor. So we can shred their armor much, much quicker if we desire. Shredding armor or destroying their... well, kind of both. I think we go with the... let's go with the splinter here. We're going to go for the armor penetration. That way we can still do more damage through there, and we do get that extra ability point from being a little bit more learned. Basic attacks now deal 15% extra bonus damage to targets with armor. I think that will give us a bit of a boost. I'm tempted to go ahead for some of these others, but I think we're going to go on the prospect of a good offense is the best defense. Also too, I do believe as skills have improved, do we get any other bonuses? Let's see, was it? Yeah, 98 was our maximum health. I'm sure something was there, but oh well, it is what it is. Oh, and as you can see, because of the learned, our experience rating has increased, so that should be 110% instead of 100%, so that is good. Alright, as for Volkver, let's go ahead and see what's available here. Ooh, Unstoppable Force. Where others would slow, this unit keeps moving. Extra damage protection rating, and ignores the first crowd control effect on you for each combat. So I guess we can't be pushed back, put out of position, or at least for the first attack anyway. Could also learn our provoke or a tackle. Deals 80% damage when tackle is initiated from 2 tiles away. The Yeah, knock the target back a single tile from a range of 2. If the target is successfully moved, the unit takes their place and ignores the ability to parry. You know what? That could be good to take position on the battlefield. He's got some good shielding things. You know what? I think that's actually worthwhile. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the... Oh, wait, we're only going to be able to cut so many skills up here. Do we want that, or do we maybe go for a passive? You know what? We could also provoke and then use... Hang on a second. Let's just wait for a second. We can raise our shield after provoking as well. That could be an alright combination. You know what? Fine. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up... Oh, hang on a second. Where's our upgrade? Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and we're going to learn the provoke over here. I think this could just really synergize well with our armor. So let's go ahead and confirm that. That will do nicely. We do have an ability point, so let's go with... Striking a provoked unit increases its duration of a turn. It also decreases the stamina cost, which could be handy. Yeah, so what have we got? If we've got 20 stamina, let's see, 6, that takes us to 12. That could take us up to 16, leaves us with 4 more, so we might even be able to move. Yeah, well, you know what? I think what we're going to do for now is we've got a potential bonus here for exploitation. Yeah, extra damage for those without armor. We've got a buddy here who's really good at being able to strip the armor, so I think we're going to try and work with our team for now. We'll pick this up, but I am very tempted by the other opportunities. And yeah, that is about all we can do for now. So let's go ahead and close on up here. I don't think there's anything in our stash that we can move around, so that is what it is. Alright, we'll move up a little bit further and see how things go. Alright. This part of the forest is full of impassable boulders nestled between trees. Your navigational choices are limited. Ahead you see a bandit manned blockade blocking a path ahead. You cannot see any immediate way around it. Well, I guess we've got to go ahead and approach. You approach the blockade. The bandits demand you a toll to pass. 28 gold is pretty pricey. I don't feel like that. And you know what? We need some more XP for our soldiers. Let's attack. Alright, so we are back on in. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? We'll quickly have this fight and then we'll call it there. The video is getting a little bit long. I have lost the track of the time. Alright, so it looks like we're all moving first, followed by the 3 that we can see. Alright, their movement is not particularly fast. Or at least it's not faster than us. So as far as we can travel, they can travel. Alright, well then, if that is the case, let's go ahead and... Let's see. 1, 2... Yeah, it would be 2 tiles short, so as long as we only move 1, we should be okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take up a good defensive position here. We'll move up everybody else and make sure that we are prepared. Oh, wait a second. No. We do not want you in combat just yet there, buddy. I forgot. You get bonuses for flanking. Alright, you, my friend, let's go ahead and... Do we move on up here? I think the answer is going to be a yes. We'll go there and hold firm, and then you... Let's move up 1 and cover these 3 so they can't work their way around. Alright, so enemies are moving on up. That's a-okay for now. That's right, we wanted to keep them at that distance. Also, too, you will see that there are tiles like this which have terrain that we cannot pass through. So that is definitely a thing to be aware of. Yeah, things can get a little bit hectic. But either way, it looks like we've got our first 2, and then it looks like it's their archer, then everybody else. Alright, so... Our stabby fellow is not going to be able to get behind them for now. Let's maybe move... Executioner, killing an enemy. Okay, well that's only if he kills. Lazy could be useful to work against. I think maybe if we move up here, he's going to be able to get behind us. You know what? I think what's best for the king is actually to go ahead and engage this guy directly. It doesn't feel great, but it is what it is. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and move on up, and we'll take our slash. 76% chance to hit, and we have shredded his armor. Okay. Alright, so technically speaking, we could take our heroic strike. We don't have enough for our regular slash, but I'm thinking what we do here is we do this just to start whittling down his armor. Sorry, his health. I don't think we're going to get that execution with this anyway for a bit, so I'd rather just leave it be. Let's see. We've got limited range of attack here. You know what? Let's just go ahead and move. Let's just move over there for now. We'll have to make do with what we've got. Alright, we dodged that. Dodged that twice. That is excellent. Let's bring you in. Actually, no, we could even... Oh, could we provoke this guy at distance? I don't know if that's possible. No, it's only got that limited range, unfortunately. Yeah, we cannot make that happen. Alright, let's go ahead and... let's just go ahead and start beating him up. Yeah, there we go. Let's just see if we can shred that, but it looks like we can't do anything else. We'll call that there. Let's bring him into the side flank. Actually, you know what? Ooh, hang on a second. We could theoretically move there. That would leave us with 10 AP. You know what? Never mind. I want to get more attacks if possible. We'll do what we can here. There we are. Solid critical. Let's also turn and make sure that they cannot attack us from there and do bonus damage. Alright, he's engaging. No surprises there. He's attacking at our king. We have some good dodge. Ooh. He has adrenaline. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Let's have a look. Do we know what that does? No, we don't know what that is. Alright, well, it is what it is. Well, at least he's fatigued, so he's going to get less stamina on his next turn. Yeah, I guess we'll just make do. Alright, let's go ahead and take a swing and see what damage we can do. 2 swings is as much as we can fit in, although 28 damage it wasn't too bad. We'll call that there. Let's see, knifey fellow, you cannot really do too much short of just regular attacks. So let's just do what we can. Alright, Archer. Yeah, you know what? Keep on... Oh dear, he's lost his armor. That is not helpful. Let's see, we do have that armor penetration. Let's maybe go ahead and, let's see, 8 and 8. We could provoke and then shield up. That could mean that maybe we could, No, I think for now we just go ahead and try and beat him down. Yeah, we just need to do as much damage as possible. You then, let's see, technical strike, reduce damage. We're not going to be able to do that there. Actually, maybe we could do that here so we can try and protect him. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. That's 10 and 8. That would mean that nothing else could be done. Could provoke and raise our shield. That'd take us to 14. We could still get an attack on in, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll attack the guy that's wounded. We'll then go ahead and provoke you. And then with our remaining, we can raise our shield. And make sure that we do... Yeah, that we take minimal damage. Alright, excellent. Let's see how this goes. Alright, he looks like our fellow without any armor is doing okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. Continue on swinging there, my friend. We'll burn through what we've got. He's definitely going down faster than we are, that's the main thing. You there, you can't do too much. Yeah, we're just going to have to go with a regular strike. Kind of in a bit of a pickle here. Alright, so, ooh, Archer is causing us some trouble. That's annoying. Let's see if we can take this guy down. Close, but still working our way through. Let's see. Now, did we pick up that skill? I can't remember if we attack if that increases the taunt. No, that was the... Yeah, that was the skill that we didn't pick up. Okay, well, we can't do much there. Let's go ahead and we'll go with a... I think we go with a technical blow here just to make sure that he deals less damage, so we've got less to heal. And then we'll attack this other guy and see if we can kill him off, just so we can get that better action economy. Yeah, that'll have to do. Alright. Very unfortunate that they've got such guarding around us. We can't really swing around and make the most of our skills right here. And this guy's just being an absolute punk. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Good swing. Excellent swing. But we cannot get that kill just yet. Let's let that go for another round. You there. Let's stab and stab and stab. Ooh, good critical. Thank you very much. Alright, Archer. Nope. That's not what I want. That's very much not what I want. Alright. I really want to get through there, but there's not much we can do right now. Yeah, all of our other skills are on cooldown and we can't stop anything, so we just need to... Oh, excellent. Buy ourselves some space. So let's go ahead and turn. Let's go ahead and face him again. Actually, you know what? We should turn slightly on the angle just in case he decides to run down and try and attack us. Unlikely, but you never know. Ooh, we're muddled. We're taking a lot of damage here. This isn't good. Our armor has been got through for our king, but that's a-okay. Let's go for our kill. And now we can move on up and, in fact... You know, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and get to that archer. We're going to do what we can. Alright, looks like he's backing up and he's well aware that we are a problem. We're going to lose some health, unfortunately, but it just is what it is. Let's go ahead and... We'll move over here. We will work on the provoke just to keep him safe. 83. Are we going to get 83? Probably not. So we'll go ahead and we'll provoke there, and then we'll try to protect from what damage we can. Alright. Do what you can. You there. Let's go ahead and... Yeah. A lot of misses. The fact that we're muddled really sucks. Yeah, down to 25 health. We wouldn't have been able to get the kill, but it just is what it is. And very clutch dodges right there. Otherwise, he would have been in major, major trouble. Alright, let's get you close to the archer here. I'm sure he will not appreciate that. We'll see if we can get an attack of opportunity on him. You there. Let's see if we can finish... Oh, 3 hit points. Well, you know what? He's not going to get a turn, so that's all that matters. The archer's going to be a bit of an annoyance, but we did get that attack of opportunity. Alright, let's get him gone, and then let's zip on down over here. Yeah, let's move over here. That'll do. Alright, you sprint on up. And this guy is not long for this world, so let's go ahead and... You know what? We're going to have the most amount of damage if we just stay here. Let's go ahead and swing, use both of our attacks and soften him up. And then... Oh, of course, we got that refund as well. Oh, silly me. Alright, well, you know what? It is what it is. We're going to just go ahead and try and stay as safe as possible. Let's go ahead and... Oh no, let's not go that way. That would actually close the distance a bit. Let's get as far as we can. And see if we can break line of sight there. Oh, and he went for the reposition and got. Alright, well, victory. Got some XP, got some kills. That is very nice. Alright, so you know what? With that, We slay the last of the bandits. You scour the blockade for any valuables, extra gold, materials, and provisions. And that is where we're going to call things for today. We're going to come back with the rest of this run in the next one, or who knows how many. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a demo time. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.